Good morning, folks. So we've just left Oaxaca City and now we're heading south down to the coast, but before we head to the coast we're going to stop off in a small little town called San Mateo Rio Hondo. I'm not very good at names, you see, so I didn't know if I was going to get that right. So yeah, we're going to stop off there. It's a little town in the mountains. We have to drive through some mountains to get to the coast. It takes about 6 hours from the city, so we thought we'd break it up and we'd stop off in this little place. So let's see if there's some interesting sights along the way. Okay, so we've just stopped off in this little place along this route from Oaxaca down to the coast. It's very famous for Mezcal. It's an alcohol here in Mexico, very famous drink, kind of like a tequila, but it's nicer, you know. And it's grown from this plant here. And we just come across this little place, very, very local, and they make it themselves, you know. So it's 300 pesos for a huge bottle, which is like under £10. How big's the bottle, Barbie? That size there, no? So it's one of them for 300 pesos. So we're gonna get 2 bottles. They do them flavored also. Tres. She's getting 3 bottles. So yeah, there's a lot of people with a lot of money that invest in mezcal farms around here. So it's kind of like a big money making thing. But you have local people like this that have their own little farms that produce it. So it's always better, obviously, to buy from these people, no? And check these little bottles out with the worms in. So the guy's just telling us here, these are all the different types of mezcal plant. As you can see, they all look very different. And he says they all have their own unique flavour. Some are stronger than others. So what they do is they take the whole plant up and they use the base, the root of the plant. That's where the part they use for the alcohol. Fabiola's getting tipsy. I don't know, these Mexicans, they're such a bad influence when it comes to alcohol, you know. How's that one, Cariad? It's good? Strong. See? Something else I should mention as well is that you can do mezcal tours here. Like, you can visit the farms and they explain everything to you of like how they grow it, how they cut it, how they make the alcohol, you know. But unfortunately at this time of the year we're not at the right time to have that, so next time. Just had to do like a 180 degrees turn on these roads with a big drop down there. Crazy. In the center of Mexico now, people. Okay, so there's been a little change of plan. The Airbnb that we booked, we couldn't get through to them. They weren't answering their phone, or there was no contact with them, so we've had to find another place to stay. So we found these little cabañas, these little cabins, just in the middle of the forest here, in the middle of Oaxaca State. It's so cool. I mean, there's nothing around here. Obviously you can see the road here. We didn't even know if the car would get down here with the condition of the road. I just hope it doesn't rain tonight, because if it does, I think the road's going to be quite slippery, to say the least. But anyways, we found these little cabañas and it was like £20 a night or something, a little bit less. There's some nice little waterfalls nearby which we'll go and explore in a bit, but let's just go and show you the cabaña to begin with. Kind of like being in Switzerland a little, but we're in the middle of Mexico. So let's go and see who's near. It's a little Mexicana. So this is the room. We have a log fire, man. In the middle of Mexico, and we've got a log fire, which only means one thing: it's going to get cold. But yeah, check this out. Pretty basic, but very nice. It's got a nice little hammock outside. Views of the forest. Okay, so we're just arriving to the restaurant, and they breed their own fish basically. So these little pools here, there's another one up there. They've got these little pools where they're breeding their own fish. So they've got fresh fish to sell, which is pretty cool. Good idea when you're stuck in the middle of like inland, not near the ocean. So this is the restaurant that we're just going to eat in. Okay, so we've just ordered food, and I've just found out that it's trout that they breed here. No. Which is very common in where I'm from in the UK. That's the most common fish in the rivers. So, but we don't eat it too much, no. But here, obviously, they breed it, and it's yeah, they eat it here, obviously. So we've ordered. Is it fried?
Sí.
See?
Fried.
Yeah, fried trout with garlic. That sounds quite crazy. So here's the food that we ordered. This is a chorizo con queso, chorizo and cheese quesadilla, and Fabiola went for the fried trout with some salad and some rice, I think, and then they give you also like a broth with a little bit of the trout in there. As I was bringing the drone down, it was gaining some attention from the local people. Especially the kid in blue here, he was so excited by it. After eating, we took a leisurely walk through the forest to the nearby waterfalls. As you can see, they weren't the most jaw-dropping waterfalls, but they were still nice to see. We then made our way back up to the cabin. So these are the pools where they farm the trout, basically. There's another one down there with a very tired Miss Sanchez after walking back from the waterfall. And this cute little kid here that follows us around. Hola! Very cute. Just walking along, and we've made a new friend. This cat just literally came out of the middle of nowhere. We're just walking along this deserted road, and this black and white cat just comes out of nowhere. How cute, no? And now he's not leaving me alone. He just follows me. Look. I think I've just found myself a new pet for while we're here in the middle of the jungle in Mexico. You following me? You following me? Okay? Okay? Oh, so cute. The last thing I expected to see walking through here was a big black and white cute cat. Thank you very much for showing us the way home. Now you can go back. I have no money to give you, I'm afraid. Do you take cerveza? Mezcal? No? I'm just trying to pay the cat for bringing us back. He's gone for a little scavenge in the forest. Now's my time to make an escape. So I thought I'd made an escape, and we get to the door and the cat's waiting for us right there. Like it had some kind of shortcut. He was taking a pee down there. I just ran all the way up there to here, and he obviously had better ideas. Clever cats. She ended up staying in the cabin for a couple of hours and even snuggled up to us on the bed. We then walked back to the restaurant with the cat in tow, so that Fabiola could get herself this beast of a hot chocolate. I mean, look at the head on that. Once we returned to the cabin, we got the fire going and sipped on some of the mighty fine mezcal we picked up along the way. Then it was bedtime. Good morning, everybody. So we're just leaving here today. We had a beautiful evening last night. We had a nice fire that you saw before. So we're just leaving now. And now we're heading to the coast, to the beaches of Oaxaca. So it's like a 3-hour drive. It's going to be a 3-hour drive through the mountains again, so it should be a nice little drive that we're going to have. So from one extreme to the other, and now we're going to enjoy the beaches. So she's ready, she's list up. Okay, so we've just stopped off for some breakfast at a little cafe that's nearby where we've just come from, and the views from here are spectacular. I'm just going to show you now. We came here yesterday and it was very misty, no? But you couldn't see it, just nothing, it was just cloud, but check this out. Not a bad view to wake up to this morning. So, after a bit of breakfast and enjoying the view for a while, we ventured off and headed south. In the next episode, we reach the Pacific coast of Mexico and base ourselves in San Agustinillo for a couple of days. As per usual, we get nosy and investigate the local area. We hope to see you there.